Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Chair Yoga and Meditation. As we begin today, let's know that we're going to use a cloth. So if you are watching this on YouTube, you want to make sure you'll have a cloth available for you. So we'll use that to do some shoulder work in a bit. And we'll begin our transition with some specific breath work. And I've got some ideas today that's a little bit different and a little more specific, which I always think is real beneficial to us because you got to really focus, whenever we can give ourselves that very strict focus of connecting to the breath, it really calms the mind and brings you into a point of really a deep awareness in what's going on right now. So the first one I want to utilize is as we sit up nice and tall. So just, come into the posture that you know so well, coming forward on your chair. So you're using the front part of the chair. You're not relying on the backrest. You still feel balance in your pelvis though. So don't bypass that step of connecting to the seated position, that you really feel balanced and well supported by your chair. And put that block in between your legs so that it engages your legs. So you've got to squeeze your legs just enough to keep the block in place, and that keeps your legs a little more turned on in terms of the muscular action. And then feel your feet to the floor. Uh, this is something I haven't mentioned in a very long time, but this is best done barefoot this time of year. For a lot of us, that means we want to make some kind of modification, as I say. So I'm taking my socks off. That we want to, you could use the yoga socks that have some gripping to the bottom of the sock so you don't slip. But barefoot is best if you have that availability. So we're feeling our feet to the ground. You want to even feel your toes, as though you're making an imprint with your feet. You feel that kind of connection. Use your belly muscles now to help you feel more strong from the core, a little more strength initiated there. And then lift and lengthen the spine. I like to use the image that we're putting our back of our head into an imaginary wall so that our head is properly aligned with the spine. We're not bringing our head forward of the body. We're just using whatever image that helps you to create the length of the spine and your head is in line with your spine. And then let's breathe this way so that we can, it's a little different. Inhaling from the pelvis and bringing that breath up and bringing it down, that kind of thing we've done many times, but I want to give you something a little bit different. As you inhale, move from the back body. So it starts at the pelvis, but it's like you're imagining that inhale has floated up the back side of your body to the crown of your head. And as you exhale, you're coming down the front side of the body. And this is when you get to use that Mula Bandha. That Mula Bandha is best practice on the exhalation. Mula Bandha, just again for newcomers perhaps, is the root of the body. It's considered the deepest sense of core strength in our body, and it's at the floor of the pelvis. It's that connective tissue that's at the very base of the trunk of the body, and you can access that by squeezing in through your thighs. That's part of the reason I like to use the block. And also, it feels like you're lifting yourself up off the chair. There's sort of that action going, and it's best done with your exhalation. So, just to put it all together, inhale now through the back of the spine and up to the crown, and exhale down through the front of the body. And as you're exhaling, you're initiating that engagement of the Mula Bandha. And then you just repeat. So do this with eyes closed so you can really focus on that. Breathing in through the backside of the body all the way to the crown. And as you exhale, bring that exhale down the front side of your body. And don't forget to initiate the Mula Bandha to really strengthen and offer tone into that floor of the pelvis. So you just repeat. Don't grit your teeth. Don't hold tension where you don't need it. The only thing we're going to really engage in anything that might, resemble this tension is that engagement or lifting up of the pelvic floor. But see if you can find the balance between ease and effort. So you're really utilizing just that amount of tension or tone to strengthen the floor of the pelvis while you're exhaling. A couple more now. Stay with it. Last one. Take a big breath in through your nose, just a breath, and then exhale it out of your mouth. Maybe one more time. The next breath is the Nadi Shodhana. That's the alternate nostril breathing. I varied that from time to time, and this is a day I want to vary that. So you're not necessarily needing to plug your nostrils, though you could, you certainly could. But it's not going to change breath with every single breath. This is a Nadi Shodhana practice. That means we're going to inhale and exhale through the left side, inhale and exhale, left side, left side, left side. And we do the same thing right side, just doing both breaths in and out like that. So if plugging is going to be beneficial for you when you're doing that, please do. Also know that it's just as effective, or can be just as effective, by using your mind, just using your intention, your imagination to create that type of breath. So while you engage, and again, closed eyes is what I encourage, and we're going to start with left side breathing, both in and out through your left side. And if you feel that in the whole left side of your body, all the better, that you're just really bringing your awareness and your attention into this experience of left side breathing. And then I'm going to remind you, kind of, this is the background music here, remind you of what's the difference, or why is this even beneficial to us. The left side of the body corresponds with, by the way, the right hemisphere of the brain. And the qualities of this energy of that side of the body are, it's related to feminine, and it's related to the moon. Qualities are, it's receptive, it's heart centered, creative, calm and collected. It's non-linear, it's nurturing, it's a gathering communal energy that we have, resting, subtle awareness, helping by holding. So that's the kind of, every human being, male and female, has that energy in them. So count out 3 more left side breathing, in and out through your left side, just honoring those energies that I just talked about. Again, take a big breath in through the nose and exhale it out of the mouth. And maybe again, then set yourself up. We're going to change the breath to right side. So either plugging that left nostril so you can entirely breathe in and out through the right side, or however you're managing it. Just bring your focus and awareness to right side breathing, both in and out, right nostril. Okay, and those energies, the right side of the body, as you might guess, corresponds with the left hemisphere of the brain. Qualities of this energy, it's again masculine, it's related to the sun, solar. It is giving. It is the action and doing part of us, problem solving, helping by doing. It's mind centered, it's linear, it's disciplined, it's about competition and standing out. Our leading qualities, us being a leader, that comes from that side of the body. Noticing the big picture, all good qualities. We possess them all. Breathing just a few more breaths now, right side breathing. So we're integrating that left side and right side. Let's take a big breath in through the nose and exhale it out of the mouth. And just keep eyes closed. Maybe let's bring hands to the heart so we can just kind of center ourselves, layering palm over palm, hands right there at the center of your sternum. And just see if you can bring some awareness, some little self-talk about the integration of those energies in the body. All good. And of course, they can become overdone and problematic sometimes, just like everything else. We do recognize that, but just to notice that this is a time for integration and acceptance of ourselves. Keeping your hands at the heart, one more breath practice. Stay with me. I want you to focus on nostril breathing. Breathing in both sides of your nostril up into the crown of the head, and taking that breath from the crown of the head down through the nostril to the still point, or the 0 point, I guess is what I've referred to it. When your breath comes out of your nose, there's it's like that air came out in front of you, and that point of where that air came out is called the 0 point. So find that point to point reference from the 0 point to the crown of the head, from the crown of the head back to the 0 point. So just try to focus on nostril breathing if that's available to you. I didn't mention that earlier. Maybe you've got plugged nose today or something, and this has not been a great idea for you, but just use your imagination anyway. Your intention still is of value, and it still makes this worthwhile. This is a meditative breath, very meditative. Beautiful, beautiful. And finish the breath you're on. And then I will join you in the chair, and we'll begin some movements of the body as we bring ourselves now, once again, noticing our feet to the floor, making sure we feel there's sort of some pressure there. You feel strong with your legs. Let's begin with some shoulder rolls. Keep your arms real close to your body. I let my hands just rest on the lap. You could let your arms just float alongside the chair. Your choice with that. Let's just move those shoulder blades. Sit up real tall. Pull the belly in. So you feel like you've got very good posture, and you've got a lot of support to keep that posture there. The movement is at your own timing. So you're not trying to match up with me by any means. You're just trying to find the movement that works well in your body, and that you can feel how your breath is related to this movement, however that might be. Let's move to one shoulder at a time rather than both at the same time. Move to one shoulder at a time. And don't hesitate to turn your head a little bit. Maybe when you round one shoulder, your head wants to kind of go with it. I say go for that. If that's what your body needs to do, let that happen. Doesn't have to, but I'm just saying, if that seems natural to you, follow that lead. Stay with one shoulder at a time, but we're going to reverse the direction of the rolling so it goes forward. In other words, the shoulder blades are spreading apart. Instead of drawing towards center, they're spreading apart. Last one on each side. Squeeze and release, kind of scrunch them in and release. Keep doing that. Really try to lengthen that exhale. I could find myself just really giving myself a real short exhale, and it's like, no, it's going to help if you can really exhale completely with that. That's it. All right, inhale with me, palms will be together overhead. Look up if that feels good. Exhale as you bow to yourself right there at the heart. Inhale up. Exhale back and around. Let's bring our arms alongside the frame of the chair and pull back with your arms, arching your back body. You should be tilting your pelvis. So bring your awareness to what's the pelvis doing. A little tilt of the tail, like you just want to fluff that tail up in the back. Feel that tilt, and that tilt lends itself to that arch of the back. Arms stay real close to the frame of the chair. Your shoulder blades are very active that way, drawing towards center. So we're just going to practice this a bit. This is going to be our inhale process when we come into the vinyasa. But for now, let's just feel it, kind of stretch into it, breathe through it. Tilting the pelvis. I'm a dog with a bone lately with that tuck and tilt of the pelvis. I want you to really get that, feel that, and kind of can use that. And then hands will come to your lap. I just come right to the knees. Keep your arms as straight as possible. The reason I ask you to do that is it helps you keep your shoulders above your hips instead of coming forward. We still want to bring ourselves into that kind of alignment. Now tuck your pelvis. Start by that. Tuck the pelvis first, and then drop your chin towards your chest and feel the roundness, create that angry cat, that round C-shaped curve of the angry cat by way of tucking your pelvis and dropping your chin towards your chest. So breathing both in and out to shape this and feel it. Full breath in and out, tuck. All right, let's do the vinyasa now. Inhale as you tilt the pelvis. Exhale as you tuck it. Cat and cow, cow and cat. The pace is your pace of your breath. Remember that? How fast you go? Well, how fast are you breathing? That's exactly the connection you're making. Try to use, remember how we practiced just a moment ago about how when you're exhaling, you get this opportunity to utilize the mula bandha, that engagement of the floor of the pelvis. Cat and cow is a perfect time to do it. It comes on the cat position. I want you to try that, just to remember that this is an opportunity to pull in and up on that pelvic floor, squeeze the block a bit. You can just add it just like that. Doesn't take long. And you have a much stronger, reliable core strength as a result. Not to mention that the pelvic floor has been strengthened, so the organs of the pelvis have the support that they need. Couple more now, couple more. Let's grab hold of the chair. We're coming back into an upright position. I got a hold of the chair. I'm going to turn. You don't need to do any turning at all. Just a little turn so you know you can be reminded of what I'm doing. I'm squeezing that block and lifting my feet up. So take some practice rounds where you just tilt yourself back again. I'm moving so you can see me. You don't have to move. Unless you want to, because it is kind of fun. So lifting up. Don't hold your breath to see how your breath keeps up with that. Lift and hold now, lift and hold, squeeze that block, lift and hold on to the chair if you want, no problem. Or maybe you let your arms come out. I got my palms facing up. They feel like it's giving me some balance. I don't know why, but it just does feel like that for me. Squeezing the block a little bit and down we go. Catch up with your breath. Make sure you're landed into the chair just where you want to and you feel secure with that. Let's move through the shoulders again. I'm rolling the shoulders, moving my head. And changing the direction. Inhale up, palms together. Big inhale, exhale, bow at your heart. Inhale all the way up and all the way down and around. Take two, grab hold of your chair, lift up. When you lift up your feet, turn them on. Make sure your toes are popping up and trying to stretch towards your shins. We get this belly strength going right off the bat here. That's going to give us a lot of heat in the body, a lot of strength. Hold, lift and hold if you can. You remember, if that doesn't work for you, you just wait it out. You could just wait it out. You don't have your feet up. That's just a better option for you, perhaps. Or maybe you're extending your feet out further. Exhale completely. Get the feet back to the floor. Reset the body, any movement your body needs. Let's lose the block for now. And instead, get a hold of your cloth. Remember, we want it on the long side, so diagonal grasp. I don't know what word I'm looking for. Let's get one arm up and bend that elbow. Remember, no ducking. So if you have to bring your elbow way over to the side so that you can still hold your head up, that's what you'll do. So no ducking, and then find the cloth with your other hand now. And I'm walking my fingers toward each other. That's what I like about this cloth thing. It's broad, it's soft, it's easy versus a strap, which is a little harder to utilize and too much length to manage. That's why I like this cloth. So we've got a hold of it behind our back and we're breathing. Open up your armpit. Notice, you've got an armpit that's exposed there. See if you can deepen it, that you bring in your awareness right inside that armpit and you're trying to deepen it. Just do it. Just think, don't overthink it. Like deepen, just imagine you're deepening that armpit. And I'm telling you, what's happening is true in that arm, in that shoulder socket. You are deepening. Let's switch it now. Take a time and switch it. No ducking, so even this side might be a little different, but remember, you're going to keep your head lined with the spine. We're going to walk our hands toward each other. And then notice what you notice, like which arm, which shoulder, which part of this is where you're feeling it. For example, it might be the lower arm, like that, could be where you're feeling it the most. Armpit, go into that armpit and deepen it. Push your feet to the floor for good measure. So it feels like you've got your whole body still, working for you and with you. I want you to kind of speed it up a little bit now, where you switch from one arm to the other at your own time, where you set it up, you breathe, you feel it, but it's a little quicker pace. You don't need to wait for me to tell you when it's time. You're doing it at your own pace. And it feels good and right. And you can feel that the benefit of the movement of the arms in this way, deepening the armpit whenever you think about that. Last time, see if you can even it out where it feels like each elbow up top, you've given it a chance. We'll release all that. That's it for the cloth. You don't need to have it near you. Any reset that your body needs, this is our time. I'm going to get my block in between my legs again. I just want to have, I'm a big fan of that. You don't, it's just, I like the discipline of it. That's kind of it in a nutshell. I want you to create L shapes with your arms, one in front and one in back. So you're wrapping one hand behind you. Let that back hand press into the back body. Come back into like the scarecrow position and then switch it. So get the hang of creating the L, the bend of the elbow and wrapping it into your body. And then we're going to add the turn of the head, the front arm. The arm that's in front is the direction that you turn your head. Arm that's in front is the direction that you turn your head. So find the little flow. Don't forget, we want some rhythm of breath. If you're noticing that your breath is totally choppy or hardly even a part of your awareness, change that. Change it so it is a part of your awareness. And you're breathing into this movement just as well as you breathe into any other movement. Turning your head to go in the direction of the arm that's in front. The back hand stays engaged. It's pressing into your back body. That pulls that shoulder back. So it's a reason we do that. A couple more now. A little mind-body connection here. Sharpens our skills. Last time, so it feels like you've done the turn of the head the same amount, best guess, and you're evened out. Now, any movement that allows you to reset the body. Once again, I'm losing the block. This time I'm taking a wider stance. Let's take a forward fold here. So fold all the way down between your legs. Let your arms come between your thighs. Go down, down, down. Keep your eyes open. Remember, it's the crown of the head that's reaching toward the floor. It's not your face. You're trying to turn yourself upside down and breathe into the belly. Big belly breaths, full belly breaths. Hands are on the floor, on your legs. They might even be on the block because you can't reach anything else. That would all be good. You want to ground yourself like that. Deepen that breath and now wander yourself over towards your right leg. So you go off center. You just have to find a new way to put the puzzle together. There's no wrong way. You're coming over to one side, put a new puzzle into place, and there you are, breathing into the belly. And one more time, breathing here. Wander toward the center. Let's go off center in the other direction now. Might be a little different the way you have to set up that puzzle. So you can lean over on this side. Keep your bottom square down into that chair so you don't feel yourself listing up on one side. You can do that with mindfulness. Keep it connected evenly throughout the pelvis. Bring yourself back to center, one hand at a time to your thighs. Squeeze your elbows into your waist, meet me halfway up. So you've got a diagonal line of your back body. Lift your chest so that you can lift your face up so you can look out. Elbows are squeezing in toward the waistline. Push your feet into the floor so you feel like your legs are really strong, very engaged. And then reach your arm out like you're going to shake somebody's hand. Keep pushing your feet into the floor. Let's switch hands. Stay in that diagonal line. Push. Keep breathing. Both hands at the legs. Push. See if both hands can come out, and that's going to carry us up. That's just going to carry us all the way up. Make sure you're connected to a full breath in and a full breath out. Let those shoulder blades slide down the back. Inhale with me, palms together. Exhale, bow at your heart. Inhale, back up. Exhale, go all the way down and around. One more time, up and down and around. And we're going to use our block to support what's called a side angle. So I want you to scoot yourself over to one side of the chair and open up the leg. So your leg, the space between your legs have created pretty much a right angle. I kind of find myself scooting back into the chair, and there's no harm with that. Scooting a little bit further back into the chair, creating this right angle. Now, don't orient yourself to the leg that moved. Orient yourself forward like we have been all along. So this is an external rotation here, and that's the one that moved. You kind of center yourself here. Let's start with our elbow on that thigh. The block might or might not be used. You might say, oh, I like the elbow. That's all I'm going to do. But if you want to deepen this side bend, you could bring your hand to the block in some way. I like to put it in front of my leg. A lot of people like it behind, so play with that and see which one you like best. You want to keep that. Here's the little issue I find that knee kind of wants to drop in. So I come in here and put my elbow right up against it, and that keeps it nice and strong where I want it. What about the other hand? Let's wrap it around behind your back to begin with. Side bend. Now push your feet into the floor like crazy. Really push. Both legs feel super strong. Again, using the block, not using the block, staying on your elbow as a place to access this. Those are all good options. Your head is turned a certain way. Remember how we want our ears to face that foot on the floor there on that side? Now let's try that release of the top arm. I'm going to just go slow and release it so both arms feel like to you, and to me, that they're straight up and down from one another. Now turn your head, find the drishti that feels really good and powerful for you. Can you turn to look at the hand on top and that feels good and powerful? No? Okay, then turn your head in a different way. Maybe it's a little more neutral. Maybe you're looking at the hand on the floor or the foot on the floor. So find your drishti. The good and powerful is a good way to figure out where you want to be. Deepen that breath. Let's get that top arm down and bring yourself out of it. Just step-by-step process, bring yourself out of it. As we move to the other side, start resetting your bodies. Move around. Again, you're probably a little further back into the chair. You're creating a right angle between your legs, and you're orienting yourself forward, not this way, but forward. You start with the elbow to that thigh or area, or you might have already gone right to your block. Remember, could be in front, could be in back. Wrap that other arm around your back so it pulls your shoulder. See, on this side, I kind of like the block. The other side, I could easily reach the floor. This side, not so much. Tilting your head in a way so ear is facing that, the point of interest down here. That's where your ear is facing. Breathe in, breathe out. Push both feet to the floor like crazy. So you can feel that you're balancing through the pelvis that way. You're staying engaged with your legs so you don't feel yourself just getting all lifted up and kind of out of balance with the pelvis, and your pelvis doesn't feel as strong and as stable. But if you press in and you make it more intentional, then you can get right there. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's lift that back arm if you choose, straight up and down with your, and find your drishti, good and powerful in your body. Exhale completely every time. Get the top arm down, make yourself, make your way up and bring your feet back together in front. Reset the body. We're going to get out of the chair by lifting your feet and lifting your bottom. So just rock like that a few times where you lift your feet and lift your bottom. When we end up standing up, we're going to want to have our block between our lower legs. So when you finally have rock and rolled yourself, I know it's fun to do, so keep doing it. We straighten out our feet. We squeeze that block between our lower legs so shins are coming in. The shins in has the effect of aligning your hips better because it allows your thigh bones to open up and create the space through the hips that is really strong and powerful. Let's get strong with that belly wall. Palms face forward. We're in our mountain pose. So there's a little bit of a bend of the knee. Find that imaginary wall so you feel like you're very upright. The back of your head is coming back a little bit. Now drop the chin. There's a real tendency, I'm starting to notice this a lot myself. I'm not just saying I've noticed it, that there's this lift of the head. And try to drop your chin a little bit so you feel like your jawline is parallel to the floor. So it's more neutral. Now deepen the breath and connect that breath through the body. And remember, this time, we're going to use the back side of the body for our inhalation and the front side of the body for the exhalation. Inhale through the back side of the body and exhale down the front side. We're using the whole body. The full length of the body is guiding that breath. The use of pranayama is so powerful. It's such a unique and powerful part of what makes yoga is as important to us as it is because of this breath, is because of this mindful breath. So to weave in a particular breath practice often throughout the asana, throughout the movement, just makes it even stronger and better. Great. Inhale up. Exhale, bow at the heart. Inhale back up. Exhale all the way down. Good. I'm going to lose the block. And I want you to just start walking in place like high knees. So I'm just out here. You might say, well, I want this chair to be of use to me. So I'm going to position myself where I could grab it. Now try 2 at a time. So you lift up and lift it again. Find a drishti. Lift that knee high up. Let's see if we can drop back with our legs. So we've got a high knee, arms just facing, out front. I've got my palms facing each other, and I step back. Let's switch to the other leg. So take a little moment to reset, other high knee. So if you're really, that you need to remember, you could just do one arm and you always have contact with the chair for support. Great idea. Find your breath. Oops. When it feels like you've done the same number for each legs, I know I can never count, figure that out. Let's shake it loose. And turn towards your chair. So if you need to adjust a little bit, so that you've got the back of the chair available to you, and you can step back and stretch that out into that L shape. Make sure your feet are parallel. There's going to probably be a little bend of the knee, but we'll work on that. We can press the feet down and try to work on straightening the bend of the knee. So we're stretching a little deeper into the hamstrings and into the calves. Deepen into your armpits here. Full breath in and full breath out. One more breath. Start walking towards your chair. Bring yourself up to mountain pose. So you're just shaking it off and coming back to a position where we're ready to go. Now let's do a little balance work where you have to lift your foot up and touch it. So again, holding the chair if that's going to give you what you need. I want to try to do it alternating. So we've got a lift up and a touch of the inner ankle. So what's happening here is like, what's this a big deal? Is, there's a rotation in your hip. This creates a nice range of movement for your hip, not to mention that it's helping us to be better at our balance in our body. We got the front. Now I'm going to turn. How about the back? So you want to do a similar thing. Take your time with it, steady. The distance between your feet probably makes a difference. So if you want a little wider stance, can you go back to the front? Notice your breath. One more on each leg at this time, each foot, and then go back to the back side. Excellent. And then relax. Come back into your mountain pose. Feels, you don't need to grab a block unless you want to. Just feels like you can feel the power of those engaged legs, imagining that, deepening the breath through the whole length of your body as you breathe. Now let's take a little wider stance. We're going to come into a squat. So a little wider stance and heels in, toes out. So the squat might be benefited by the chair, just dawned on me. So you could face the chair so that you've got that available to you. Use that if that's going to work well. I think I'll be okay to just show you right out front here, but use the chair if that's a better option for you. So we're squatting, so your knees are going out, and your knees should be going out the direction of your toes. So as you bend your knees, if it doesn't seem like there's a match, move your feet. And then so that your knees have the ability to bend with the help of the way you've got your feet positioned. So let's squat down. I'm going to try to go this way, all the way down to the floor. You might have your block there and say, I'll go down, but only to where my block is. I'm going to go all the way to the floor myself. I'm coming to the floor, palms down. Hold. Squeeze your legs into your arms. So if you're using the chair, you're just into the deepest version of your squat that you can do, and hands at the floor, not part of it. Now, if you have your hands to the floor like I do, you want to scoot your butt back, so you're pulling that weight out of your knees. Now my legs are pretty straight. One hand at a time to the thigh. Squeeze your elbows into your waist, little bend of the knee. Brings you back up. Let's just take a pause here. Stretching the buttocks. That's what we just did. Stretching through the hips and the buttocks. I say in class all the time, who knew we were supposed to stretch our butt, but we really do need to for the health of our hips. One more stretch here. We're going to come back to that L shape. As you start walking toward the chair, let your right leg take the lead. So you've got one foot forward, the other one back. Your legs are scissored. You're not in a balance beam. You do not have to have your feet lined up on a single line. Let's bend into that front leg. So we're in our warrior one position. Both feet are flat to the floor. Bring your hands together at the heart space. And as we inhale up, we're into that proud warrior. Inhale looks like that. Exhale, open your heart by bending your elbows. Inhale up. Exhale, open your heart. What does open your heart mean to you? What's that? What does that evoke when you think of that? I'm opening my heart. Excellent. Let's get our hands back to the chair. We're going to stretch it out, just stepping back, stretching back into the L shape, deepen into your armpits. See if there's any amount that you could straighten through the knees. There's not quite as much bend in the knee. Just try. Deepen the breath. Keep that chin drawn in towards your throat. So it's in its neutral position. There's a length to the back of the neck. But as we come forward, we got to switch legs. So left leg comes forward, right foot back. All 10 toes essentially pointing toward the chair, your hip headlights for sure. Hands to the prayer position, balance. Inhale up, proud warrior. Exhale, open your heart. All the way out with that exhale. Inhale up. One more time. Let's bring hands back to the chair and just step back and shake your legs out. Little balance challenge here. See about just bringing your foot around. You just have a bent knee and you're bringing the foot out front and around back. So it's still moving that leg around in a way that moves through your hip in a wide range of movement. But we got one leg balancing us. Let's try the other leg. So just kind of turning and rotating it behind you. Find a drishti. Well, that helps a ton. Here I'm looking at myself in the screen. If you just find a drishti, it makes it a lot easier. Beautiful. Let's get our legs now, both feet to the floor, of course, and then just get a wide angle, a very wide angle. Heels in, toes out, and just move through this while you're sort of in a squat. It's going to be the dancing goddess. We're bringing our arms up with that bent elbow. Now you can squat into that and hold and deepen into that, dropping your tailbone, really using the strength of your thighs. Every now and then you want to do that, but let's let this girl dance. Find your breath. It feels non-linear. The non-linear movement of the feminine side of our energy. Beautiful. Let's come all the way up like we got ourselves in a star, toes pointing away from center, hands spread open. Breathe in, breathe out. How about we bend to the side, now palms face each other. We come back and just do this kind of as a fluid movement. Arms as best you can stay parallel to each other, managing the weight of your head. Excellent. Let's come back up. Palms come together. Inhale. Exhale, bow. Inhale up. Exhale all the way down around. We're going to do one more squat. So again, if you need to be facing your chair for this, this is what you'll do. Squatting, pulling the weight back from your knees. Remember, I didn't mention this first time. I hope you know me well enough now. If it hurts your knees, you don't do it, period, end of story. And the best way I've learned to not hurt your knees, if I still want to try to figure out how, is to pull the body weight away from the knees. Get your butt back, and squat. I'm bringing my hands all the way to the floor. I got palms to the floor. My arms are right in between my legs, and I'm squeezing my legs into my arms. I like that dynamic tension there. Deepen the breath. I'm going to keep my hands on the floor and lift myself up. My hands are still on the floor. Now I'm in this upright, full forward fold. I'm folding all the way down. Knees are bent for sure. One hand at a time jumps to your thighs. Lift up, bend your knees, squeeze your elbows into your waist. You know this posture. You've got a little arch of the back. It's like the cow pose. Breathe in, breathe out, and all the way up with straight legs. Any kind of movement your body needs to readjust. And again, if you're still, there's some movement your body is craving, this is the time. I'm moving this into Shavasana. But you might need your time to adjust, make a few movements, a stretch you didn't get to do and you want to do it. That's all part of the deal. I'm putting my socks back on, so if there's anything that you need to do that makes you more comfortable, we can't really quiet ourselves and find a deep meditation unless we're warm enough and it's dark enough, quiet enough. So we try to put all the, the ingredients into the recipe here so we can find a nice quiet meditation time and rest, that you're utilizing it entirely as a resting place. The yogis who have been practicing meditation for, thousands of years, I'm sure have found that they can enter into a state of full awareness and still be fully rested in that posture. Quite a balance between ease and effort. So you want all the support you can get. You want to entirely rest into the surface beneath you. So if you're laying down, so I know some people just stretch out and lay on the floor, on the sofa, or they grab another chair so that they can elevate their legs. You want to surrender to that support. So creating the idea, the space around you becomes your own. You're setting that up for yourself. Close your eyes and really zero in on the very space you occupy. Not just the surface, but all of that space around you. That's yours as well. I found that to be a powerful connecting point in the meditation, is the awareness of the space around you. And that you can rest into it. And that you can rely on it. Be sure you've given yourself the time to find the smoothing out of your breath. And notice, if you will, the vitality within. This awareness of life force. It's almost electric in your body. honor that. Feel the integration of the energies of the left side, right side, all integrated with the life force experience that we have right now. So we come to a place of loving acceptance of all these qualities. Not only that we possess, but that we can honor and acknowledge those in the people in our lives and encounter. So we can sort of identify sometimes when we're not in agreement or not in harmony. It's just, everybody's got a bucket full of energetic impulses that they're dealing with. And so we don't always jive. Let's find a pranayama practice now. Take a big breath in, feel the expansion of your lungs, then take a pause and let that exhale be as long and as slow as you can make it, using both nose and mouth or any means to exhale that just feels like you're managing the breath in that way. So a full breath in that expands your lungs, you can feel it, and a very long and slow exhalation that follows the pause. If you like to count your breath, please do so. So you know that how long it takes you to inhale, and then you know how to count out a longer exhalation. That has been found. Research shows that the counting of the breath is very useful technique in breath awareness practices. It really keeps us focused, gives the mind something to do. Feeling the support of the surface beneath you, whether that be the chair or chairs, the floor or a sofa, allowing that to be a resting place that feels good and right. It feels loving, accepting, tender. Relax your mouth and your jaw, all the muscles that surround your eyes. And let that breath go. So you're no longer trying to count or manage the breath at all. It is just there, breathing you. They say we are being breathed. That is the way it feels to me. Rest into that. You can trust it. I'm reading from my book of Daily Meditations on the Path to Freeing Your Soul. That's the subtitle of Melody Beatty's book, Journey to the Heart. Here's a good one. Value your passion. For too long, we have wrongly judged our passion for living, our vitality and zest for places, people, things, and ideas. I shouldn't have what I want. I shouldn't say what I like. I shouldn't get too excited. What helps us come to life? What takes us out of the motions and into the emotions? What connects us to the energy of life, the energy of love, the energy of the life force that permeates us all. All your growth, all your work has not been to lead you away from your passions, to turn you into a robot. It has been to bring you back to life, to put you in touch with the vital energy of the universe, an energy that permeates all that is, an energy that permeates you. Honor your passion by honoring your emotions. Feeling your emotions releases passion into life. Feel them all. Then you will know what you like, what instills passion in you. Once you know and can recognize that, you'll know which direction to go. Expressing passion and gratitude will guide your life. Say it again and again. Expressing passion and gratitude will guide my life. Say it until you believe it. Say it until you live it. Inhale, feel your belly rise. Exhale, let your belly fall. Inhale, belly rise. Exhale, belly falls. Feel your breath as the life force. Inhale, belly rise. Exhale, belly falls. The rhythm of the breath. Ah, ah. Keeping your eyes closed. Bring your hands to your arms so it feels like you're giving yourself a hug. You're just sort of letting your hands squeeze into the upper arms like a hug. Eyes stay closed. Stay with yourself this way. Very nurturing, tender, loving. And just bring to mind a person, place, thing that always brings you to a place of gratitude. You can immediately feel a sense of gratitude when you think about this person, place, or thing. And stay with that. Let that energy of gratitude just surround you, permeate your very being. The lighthearted, loving deliciousness of gratitude. Breathe that in. Hold it within you. Let it permeate every cell of your body. Now, eyes are closed. I want you to bring a smile to your mouth and just look how that will change things. Even more joy, even more lightheartedness, even more gratitude because you've brought a smile to your face. It's amazing. Let your arms be wherever you'd like them to be as we begin now to transition. We take our deep breath in through the nose and exhale out of the mouth with a big sigh. Ah. Another breath like that. It's a cleansing breath. It's going to send you on your way. Another transitional time. Ah, so grateful for your practice. Bring a little tender, loving care to your neck and shoulders. So maybe you're going to squeeze and massage. Maybe there's just some gentle movements or circular movements of your head and neck. So introduce some movements in your body that feel like a little dose of tender, loving care for your neck. Beautiful. All right, let's finish it up. We'll inhale together, palms will be together overhead. Exhale, we bow at our own heart. Inhale back up. Exhale, let's share this beautiful, peaceful energy with our community all the way down. Hands come back to that prayer position. We bow to ourselves and we bow to one another. Namaste, my friends. Thank you for joining me.